M-O-U-S-E. We play fair and we work hard and we're in harmony. M-I-C-K-E-Y, M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. K-E-Y, M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. K-E-Y, M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
There's a light beam coming from that area right there. You can kind of see it right here. Just like that light beam there. See? So I wasn't going to do this, but tonight we talk about the Navy. So my grandfather was Navy. He fought in World War II. And I met this little brat lady in high school who decided to run off and go to the Navy and get the approval of the Navy to have her children. The approval of the militant force, the American Navy. She was on a nuclear submarine. And she murdered a child of mine in her belly. Supposedly. I don't know for fact, though. I don't have ocular proof. But she did. She said she did. When I lived in Maine, she called me. Said, I'm going to get it. Right? You could hear it. So she murdered. And then she made comments on a project of mine. So I told her and her fat, excuse my language, but her and her fat butts have lost because victory is near. had a person come by the other day saying something in Spanish. His little cheap ass car that he rented that he no longer has. She's a big drug head. This is back a long time ago. Back when I was living in a white settlement doing bulbs, she came around with little drugs. Her and her fat friends. Well, they lost. So, victory is what I told her. I'm not afraid of the Navy. Okay? My dad was Army, Vietnam. She lost. But anyway, I reported her. She's out of the picture. Her insane people. So, she better pray. She better get on her knees and pray. So, goodbye.
All right, so I have a few things that I want to talk about. 3 things. I do want to mention Full Metal Jacket in this particular post. Okay, I mentioned some other things. Also, second, I want to talk about a play that I wrote called Hidden Drive. And then I want to just briefly talk about how I'm going to vlog the werewolf movie script, because I also write screenplays. So I'm in about 70 pages or so, maybe a little bit more. I think it's a little more than 70 pages of the werewolf script. Now, the reason why I'm bringing in Full Metal Jacket is because I'm trying to tell you that there's such thing as an adaptation and an original screenplay. So an adaptation screenplay is what Full Metal Jacket is. It's not the real title of the original book, which is called The Short Timers by Gustav. Okay, we're going to talk about his name. We're going to get into, I think it's like Hartsford or something like that. The writer, Gustav Hartsford. Okay, you got it. Now, that script Kubrick was behind and taking from a book, making an adaptation, and creating Full Metal Jacket. That's an approach. I'm also going to talk about the play that I wrote called Hidden Drive, which is about a lot of things. Alcoholism too, but it's about a lot of things. Divorce, love, romance. It's a long play. I am hopefully on Hidden Drive. I want to use this thing, the sound bar. I believe the sound bar is get off the couch right here. I believe the sound bar is made by a company called Philips. There, it's Philips. Smells like sweat. I'm doing this right here. So Philips makes that sound bar. Okay. Now, I am going to go over there and pull up Hidden Drive. Now, I did do a reading with several actors. Hidden Drive was originally called Heartbroken. Homesickness. for a broken world. Homesickness. Always think about heartbreak. Homesickness for a broken world. Now, it's changed to a working title known as Hidden Drive. We're pulling that up right now. Let's see. On the old Dale Griffin. Just joking. I call it the Dale Griffin from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's what I call my PC. Dale Griffin. If you're going to have a story, if you're going to say something, why not have a point? Why not make a point? Those aren't pillows. Those aren't pillows. Put my bifocals on. Do it this way right here. Okay, I'm putting in this one. I'll be right back. So you barely could see it right there, but on Drupal, I go by Jonathan Spivey. So I'm going to show you the Drupal, what it looks like. I know I'm kind of sidetracking here. Here's in the middle of where I'm at. I mean, I could end the movie here. It would be a weird ending. But this is some of what I'm showing you here. And it goes to about page 70. Okay. So, you know, Oldman, Mr. Oldman, we'll get them next time. I wonder who she was. Who knows? We'll find out. So all of this, and here's the opening. Okay. So we're not doing that now because I think I may have another 70 pages. They just now, the two vloggers have just now, the two vloggers, meaning Gerald Oldman III and John Blacksmith, have just now made it to the farm of Grace Lippen's farm and had knocked on the door. Okay. And then that's when Rainey answers and basically Rainey answers the door and they want to know where Grace is because they want to interview him about the mutilations, the cow mutilations, and they want to introduce the show and stuff. And she just slams the door on them. And they go back to singing, Steely Dan, going back to the car. So it's kind of a comic moment. But anyway, that's that. But I want to show you the other play first because I'm just kind of tangent throwing that in there. And I don't stick to like a conformed theme because I'm not Adam the Woo. I'm not Carpetbagger. I'm not Jordan the Lion. I'm not trying to be. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. Regardless, they can have just one long theme. I mean, you know, Adam the Woo can just say, Walt Disney World, and then just cut. And have a Mickey Mouse going, like, you know, doing some kind of Mickey Mouse dance. I don't care if it's one long thing. I jump around because I'm a writer. Okay, I'm creative. Also like to be a filmmaker, an actor. So I'm going through them right now. That's one that I want to vlog too. If I can find it. There it is. It's right there. So it's an FDX that we pulling up right here. And this is the one I did. Right there. Overcome you. I overcame you. To a certain degree. What I'm going to do on this one is I'm actually going to the PDF, so we're going to go to a different version of that play. Okay, that you're looking at the original title. I'm going to pull up the real version. I found it right there. That was the last one that I used for the actual reading of that play. Here it is. And that's how it starts.
Those are notes right there that I made as cue notes for sound. Because when we did this reading, I ran sound. I was the sound operator in the reading. I had my phone here, my S8 was right here. My speaker was behind the actors. I had this device, and I was running this device, right? And I had a device here that was on here, the app of, it was a sound app. When I think it's SoundCloud. I had SoundCloud up at the time, and I had Spotify going for music too. And then we just started, right? It's fighting, right? So we just started. That's it right there. See, I'm not attempting to confuse you. Those are two projects that are going on at the same time. That not now though. This play's already published. Okay. Homesickness for a Broken World, also known as this play, which is known as Hidden Drive, was like 2 summers ago when we did this reading. But the cue and everything, it was all done. It was like a play. If you were probably, let's say, if there was they probably would have watched it. If we were on a stage and there was an audience, they probably would have watched it. I don't know where you would have put the audience, maybe around us or something. But it was a play. So it was a reading and kind of like a play. Things happened. But it was more of like a reading. The idea was to read the play for SoundCloud. And it was a group called the SoundCloud Studio Theater Group. So it was a theater group. They had to come together as a theater group to read these 3 plays in my apartment. And that's part of it right here. Angie Summers was an actress that was headed to Brooklyn at that time. And she was actually paid for the reading. Sharon, I think, was paid a little bit, not as much as Angie. Angie was kind of the lead. I mean, she was the lead. Angie was probably pretty much the lead, and I would say Peter was the lead, who I was playing and also running sound. But Sharon was playing the drunk. And she did a pretty good job. Not too bad. I thought she could have maybe done more of kind of a drunk thing, but she didn't overdo it. But she did a pretty good job. She definitely played it as incompetent, an incompetent person that like pees on themselves and is drunk all the time in the play. The character is described as kind of like I think a lot of the women in the play are described kind of like cats. Kind of Angie's kind of a cat-like. But she's kind of the mama cat. Sharon is. Jessup is the minister. So Jessup comes to visit to try to get them to, to leave their sin behind and turn their life over to Jesus. Probably we're in Act 2, like right here. And so this is the end where Sharon kills herself by walking out in the snow, or she ends her life by walking out in the snow. So anyway, so that's what we did a couple of summers ago. All right, I just wanted to vlog that. Okay, it's approaching 4. So I'm not going to do that type of thing with vlogging of Grace, the werewolf movie.
which is a script. It's in process. But I am going to vlog it. It is going to be vlogged. Now, why did I think of Gary Oldman? The reason why I thought of Gary Oldman is because I needed some kind of character that I could actually see in my mind as I wrote Gerald Oldman III. I don't know if Gary Oldman, I haven't contacted him. I don't know if he's going to do it. I said Gary Oldman as Gerald Oldman III. I had to put that so you know how the screenwriter can think. It's okay to think that way. When I wrote Sharon in Hidden Drive, I thought of my first wife. She was in my head when I thought of it, right? Angie Summers was probably like maybe a combination of several different girlfriends or something. Young girlfriends, maybe one girlfriend I had named Rayanne, and I probably thought of her maybe for a moment as I was writing. Maybe some of the scenes, maybe it switched over to another girlfriend or something. But anyway, I keep these people in my mind when I'm writing so that I can, it's like organization, right? So that he stays like Gary Oldman throughout the process and out of writing it, and he stays that way throughout the story. It could be Daniel Day-Lewis, who I'm saying it could be anybody that takes on the role. But that's who I thought of because I needed someone that probably had a problem with drinking scotch or some kind of drink, some kind of, I know he did vodka, but he thought about, the character was thinking about those things, so it came out of his mouth when I wrote it. The other characters were more they came to me kind of like in a dream, like John Blacksmith was like, but John Blacksmith is loosely based on an old friend that I had that actually really is kind of a blacksmith. The other character that is in the movie that I'm constructing called Grace, the werewolf movie, is known as Rainy Love, and she's loosely based on kind of like a fantasy version of someone I know that probably maybe could have been a rock star or tried to be a rock star or whatever. And then I think Grace is loosely based on me if I went out and became a UFC fighter. If I did that, if that happened to me. And I made a lot of money as a UFC fighter and then bought a ranch, maybe I would have said these things. St. Patty the Great, believe it or not, I did kind of picture Bradley Cooper when I wrote St. Patty the Great because I wanted, I kind of did for a little bit, but then I pictured some UFC fighters too, like Shamrock or something like that. But I wanted him a little more educated, so it was kind of like mutating like Shamrock and Bradley Cooper kind of thing, because I wanted someone that was kind of witty, but yet also like this strong fighter that was, fighting people in the ring and, causing people to bleed and stuff like that, like hitting people, So Shamrock was definitely one of the ones that I thought of too. And then another thing too about Grace Lippin is I thought also of Hoist Gracie, because I like the idea that he used jiu-jitsu and only jiu-jitsu, to win his fights. So I have it starting off as a fighting film, and then all of a sudden it just turns into a werewolf film. I just thought it'd be cool. Like if all of a sudden you're watching Rocky and it turns into like a vampire film. What is this? Or you're watching Rocky and, it turns into like, I don't know, like a werewolf film or something, There's no vampires in it. But I thought later on in the sequel, since I talk about a witch in the first one, in Grace, and this one I've already, it talks about a witch, I thought about maybe bringing in a vampire and then playing with the fact that maybe Gerald Oldman is actually a vampire, that we don't know that. He can be in the sunlight, do all the stuff that happens in Twilight, right? That he could possibly be like maybe a vampire, but he keeps it quiet, doesn't talk about it. That could come out in the second sequel, or the sequel or the third. Not the second sequel, but the second one or the third. So I thought about maybe including the whole vampirism later, not in the first one. I wanted strictly werewolf. Then we'll think about vampire later. Strange, because my second wedding, there was piano music of the Twilight song, that song that was used 1,000 years or whatever. Maybe I was destined to write some kind of supernatural story. But anyway, that's what I wanted to throw out there, just because we're at about 4 minutes, and I wanted to just throw that out there and let you know that those are the things I'm currently working on right now. I wanted to bring in Hidden Drive probably because of the alcoholism, that it was vlogged or that it was recorded, and that it did happen. So I did do a reading of that play. Okay. So there's a lot of characters in Grace. It would be a big project. So that's what I'm looking at right now. It's a big chunk. I mean, I could say this is the first movie. Although it would be weird ending with them walking away. But then again, that would be very non-commercial ending, them walking away from Rainey. But then I do want to write the next one, if it is the second part of the first movie or another movie entirely on its own. I do want to eventually get there and then sum up until the point where Rainey is finally dead, the werewolf is killed, the lycanthropy, the curse, or the lycanthrope curse is removed from her, and she's back to life, but yet the silver dagger is there in her heart, kind of thing. So I'll get into it when later.
So Linda's keeping a dream journal, and she cleaned out a lot of her car. Found a pizza in her trunk.
No, I bought it.
So we're having a baby?
Fortunately, we're not.
We're having a baby.
Oh, look at it.
We're having a baby.
Hi, baby.
We're having a baby.
I really didn't want a baby at 30.
We're having a baby.
That's okay.
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby, baby.
We're having a
baby.
baby.
So,
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby. So
We're having a baby.
Okay, so what's the
We're
baby's
having
name?
a baby.
What's the baby's
We
name?
already named
You
it.
tell me.
It's gonna be Gray.
Gray.
If it's a boy, it's Gray, and if it's a girl, it'll be
It's
Rainy.
Rainy.
Named Rainy.
Rainy.
Okay, so go ahead then.
I don't want the pizza to burn. Oh, burn. Oh, sorry, ow!
Be careful. My goodness, it's hot. It had another 6 minutes, but I guess it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just defrosted. Same. Go to the song real quick. Let's see what we can do. My back is sweating. It's not sweating for fucking shit.
Okay. So you said you wanted to try something?
Yeah, I want to try something. Something off the wall or something. So you go
You want
and I'll
to
follow
me to try
you.
something?
Yeah.
All occasions do inform against me and spurn my ill revenge. What is a man if his chief good at market of his time, but to sleep and feed at peace no more? Sure, he that made us such large discourse looking before and after gave us not the capability, godlike reason, no fussness and use. Now whether it be bestial oblivion or some craven scruple of thinking precisely on the event, a thought which quartered hath but one part wisdom and every 3 parts coward.
Go.
I don't know why yet I say these things to do. When I have cause, will, strength, and means to do it. Examples gross as earth exhort me. Witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince whose spirit with divine ambition puffs, makes mouths at the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Rightly to be great is not to stir without a great argument, but greatly to find quarrel in a straw, when honor is at stake. How stand I? A father killed, a mother stained, excitements for my reason and my blood, and I let all sleep, while to my shame I see the imminent death of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy or trick of fame go to their graves like beds, fight for a plot where the numbers cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough and continent to hide the slain. From this time forth, my thoughts be bloody. Bloody or be
What's that be for?
nothing worth. I like the white sock.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Your turn.
So, anyways, we're gonna do a song right now.
Say to be
To be, continue. Or be continue. Not be continue.
to be.
To be, not to be continue.
That is the question.
Right.
That is the question.
The question.
Nope, it's
Question
actually
mark.
question.
The question.
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 Nope.
Exclamation mark.
Almost.
I will say
Question.
It's my mind.
Like a
you're
quest.
man, I'm a female.
Question.
I can say what I want to say. Exclamation mark. Hello.
Your body is a spirit.
I know my body's a spirit.
You are a spirit.
I'm a spirit. It's up in the air.
Everybody's immortal. Some will go to heaven, some will go to hell. A lot of the Navy are going to hell. And many will be executed.
Oh my gosh. All right.
People pay for what they do.
Yes, I do.
They pay a price.
And the souls. Oh, man.
Amen.
Of history and
We're the type of band that we just show up and we play. That's what we are. We're that kind of band. So I lay it down and you just go with it.
Yeah. I go on Netflix or YouTube.
So I lay the music down and you just go.
Yes, and I go with
We've done it before.
You should know that by now.
But we've done it before.
Then why are you not executing this shit?
Right here.
Yo, play the song.
Okay. Here.
No, you need to listen to me first.
Okay.
I go on YouTube and listen to him. What's his name?
Here, man, Justin. So I got this in Japan.
I sing along
Japanese.
with really good people. I was filming the stump somewhere.
Okay.
So I'm filming
Just give me a second.
music.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
I
Remember this
sing
way.
better by myself.
All right.
Go. Hi, how are you? I have a piece of cheese. Cheese. Mustard cheese. Jelly cheese. No, I was trying to do a video of it. One second. Cut it off. No. Cut it off. No. What is?
Cut it off. Cut it off, Linda.
Bye, Linda. Bye, Lisa. I'll tell you what.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Don't you know?
Yeah, you're
We're
the
about.
leader. About what?
About child.
I child.
No doubt.
No doubt. Your turn. Sorry, his turn. Your turn.
Come on, Linda.
Go ahead, your turn. You're my head stinger, singing my
They won't
song.
kill you. They won't 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 kill you. Come on, Linda. I know you got it in you.
I know I do. I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
French. Say something in French. All you gotta say is French. Just do it in French.
No, you do the wrong time.
Just do it in French. Do it in French. Do it in French. They won't kill you. They won't kill you.
Nobody will kill you.
Nobody will kill you. Nobody will kill you. Nobody will kill you. Nobody will kill you. Come on, Linda.
Come on, Linda. Come on. Your turn now. Come on, your turn now. I got you.
Come on, Linda.
You come on.
A long time ago, I had a dog named Smokey. He liked to run around, and then he died. He got hit by a bus. And I had a dog named Bandit. He got real skinny, and his jaw got all messed up and crooked. So we took him out in a field. We shot him. Nobody will kill you. Nobody will kill you. She's dead. Say something in French, Linda. There you go. I gave the order. Gave the order. All the Navy men, they died. Gave the order. them out in the field. We shot them.
Yes, we
The
did.
Marines,
But I
they
said
died.
what?
We gave the
They're
order.
not that bad.
We killed the Marines.
Yeah. Yes,
We gave the
did.
order.
It happened. It did.
The Air Force, they fell
Force.
from
Got
the
it.
sky. Come on, Linda. They won't kill you. 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 The Coast Guard, they're dead.
That's different.
I gave the order. I
I
gave the order because I'm king. Because I'm king. And you're queen. I gave the order. I gave the order because I'm king. And you're queen. And you're queen. Say it in French.
I don't know. I'm not that good.
Come on, say it in French. Say it in French. For all the FAMAS. Say it in French.
You say it in German.
Say it in French.
German.
Say it in French.
Say it
For the
German.
FAMAS.
German. FAMAS.
I gave the order. I gave the order because I'm king. Because I'm king. I gave the order. I gave the order because I'm king. Yeah, I'm king. And you're queen. I gave the order. I gave the order because I'm king. And you're queen. I gave the order. I gave the order because I'm king. And you're queen. They won't kill you. The Army died. The Marines died. The Navy's dead. The Air Force died. I gave the order. I gave the order. And they're dead. The war is over. They're dead. Dead. We're going to start a new army. We're not going to call it an army. They're going to be called libertarians. We start a new military. They're going to be called libertarian fighters and constitutional fighters. One branch will be called the libertarians, and one branch will be called the constitutionalists. I gave the order. They're dead. The Navy is dead. The Army is dead. The Marines are dead. The Air Force is dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. The police are psychologists with stun guns. I gave the order. They're not going to kill you. They're dead. They're dead. I gave the order. They're not going to kill you. I gave the order. I gave the order. They're not going to kill you. They're not going to kill you. Say it in French.
I don't know. I'm not that good. So I will tell you I'm not that good. So I know what I just know. I don't care.
I gave the order. I gave the order. They're dead. They're dead. We started the new military. We started the new revolution. They're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead. I gave the order because I'm king and you're queen. And they're dead.
So there's no
I gave the order. I'm king and you're queen. And
Will
they're
not
dead.
survive.
We already
Will
did.
not survive.
We already survived.
Yeah.
We're already victors. They're dead.
Come on.
They're dead. Say it in French.
I don't know. I know they do. Well, so Linda, we're saying goodnight now.
We'll tear down all the
Well, I'll tell
statues
you.
of all the
Everyone
racists,
knows
of all the military. They killed all those racists.
And we'll find out.
Well,
who
they didn't
you
really
are.
kill the racists, but they tried to. They tried to kill the racists who they thought were racist. All the military who murdered babies. We're gonna kill them all. We're gonna sort it out because they're dead.
This is what we do.
They're dead. We're gonna start the new army.
Right.
But we're not gonna call it an
We're
army.
gonna end it off.
We're gonna call it a military. But there'll be libertarians and constitutionalists.
God, you listen.
They're dead. I gave the order. 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 Dead. And we'll live on in bliss. We'll live on in bliss. We'll live on in bliss and
Calm
paradise.
down. Good night.
Good
I
night.
love you.
Good night. Say, I love you.
I love you. Good night. Please subscribe show.
The Please Subscribe show.
I forgot your videotape.
That song was called I'm King and You're Queen. I gave the order. It's called I Gave the Order.
Let us hold our banner high, 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 high. Boys and girls from far and near, you're welcome as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Who's the leader of the club? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Who's the leader of the club? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Who's the leader of the club?